have to have that condition for this to work. X is parallel to Y. And I'm going to have degree angle 1 here, 8 here, 5 here, 3 here, 4 here, 2 here, 6 here, and 7 here. And given angle 1 equal to 130 degrees. And we want to know which one would be corresponding. Angles, vertical angles, and supplementary angles, also alternate interior and alternate exterior. So don't forget, we plan to have a quiz on Monday over this again. And I will see how the quiz go. If it's not good, it's going to come back on exam 3 and final. Because that seems to be the most missed part on the last exam. Some of you are still kind of fussy with this information. What do we know about triangle? For the triangle, we know what? All inner angles should have a sum equal to 180 degree, or sum of the inner angle equal to 180 degree. Because of that, and this is an isosceles triangle, I should spell it out, but this is the symbol. The two lines supposed to equal to each other, making this bottom part the base. Some of you guys on the test will call like this angle B, and that's not okay. Why is that not okay to call this angle B? Because it can also mean the outside part, the reflex one, so it's not clear. You can either say angle ABC, and this one have a 1 here, you can call it angle 1, or this is ACB, but you cannot call this angle C, because angle C can mean the one inside here or outside there, okay? You need to be a little bit more clear for that. And if I know this is an isosceles triangle, and I know all the angle add up to 180 degree inside the triangle, what would be my angle 1? 52 degree, because angle 1 supposed to equal to, thank you, don't say angle B, BC, because they are the base angles for the isosceles triangle, right? So I'm being lazy, this is acceptable notation. Okay, how about angle 2? So equal to what degree again? 52 degrees, so you should be clear like that. Angle 2, how do you get angle 2? And then, okay, because we know sum of inner angles of triangle equal to 180 degree, I can just subtract the other two, right? Because I found out one is 52, the other one is also 52, so it's going to be 180 degree minus 52 degree minus 52 degree, right? So angle 2 should equal to 76. Anybody second that? 76 degree is what angle 2 is. So we are trying to review some of the information you may see on the quiz on Monday. We're going to have quiz number 5, also geometry. We're going to see the result of it to decide we're going to put this back to exam 3. The next part, we have x parallel to y, and then got cut by, I can call this T or something, and I have a bunch of angle here. I give you one of them is 130 degrees. So you should eyeball those angles. Some of you will call this 130 degree, and I know that's automatically wrong because why? Angle A is what? It's not 130 degree because this is an acute angle. It should be less than 90, right? So when you eyeball those angles, like you should at least know the ballpark of the degree of that. Angle 1 is 130. Can you find me what would be corresponding angle? Give me some sets of corresponding angle. Angle 1 is corresponding with 4 because they are cut by that parallel line and both of them on the same side on top of the parallel line, right? So that make these two corresponding. Can we see that? Same size on top of parallel line kept by the same line. What else? Give me two more sets. 5 and 6 is 5 and 6 corresponding. Okay, 5 and 6 are because they also cut by the same parallel line and the third line, right? And they are on the same size. Both of them are below those parallel lines. Are we okay? How about on this side? Give me one more set. 8 and 2. Let's give me the last set too. 8 and 2 on the same side on top of parallel line. And then we also have 3 and 7. All of them should equal to what? 130 degree, because they equal to each other, right? Are we okay? Finding corresponding vertical angle. Give me all the vertical angle. Vertical angle is basically they're on top of each other, like that. Share two sides, 1 and 3, 5 and 8. Give me two more sets. 4 and 7, and 2 and 6. Do we agree? Do we have problem finding vertical angles? If they are vertical angles, so they all should be what? 130. Supplementary, what is supplementary angles? They add up to 180 because they're supposed to form a straight line with the S, right? Which add up to 180 degree. Give me some example. Angle 1 and angle 8 would be 180 degree because they form a straight line here. What else? 4 and 2 also form a straight line. Give me two more sets. 5 and 3 is, and also 5 and 1 can be, right? How about 8? 8 can be with 1 and 8 can be with 3 because that also form a straight line, right? Just in different straight line. So I can say angle 5 and 3 or angle 1 and 5, right? You know one of them. So say angle 1 is 130, then the other one would be what? 50. So how did you get it? You can use 180 subtracting 130, right? 180 subtract 130 is 50. So I'm pretty sure angle 1 is 130. Which one else? Angle 3 is 130 because it's vertical, right? And then over here, angle 1 is 130. 2 and 4. 2 and 4 here. Angle 4 is 130, right? So the rest of them would be 50. Is it okay? Because if one is 130, the other one is 50, right? I just don't have enough room to spell it out. But do you get the idea? Okay. We haven't talked a lot about alternate interior and alternate exterior. How do you find those? Alternate interior, angle 5, okay? Angle 5 with what? 2, not 4. Need to be inside the parallel line. One on this side, one on the other side. But they're inside of the parallel line, right? That make it interior. Alternate means they are on two different sides. Can we see that? This is the line cut them. One is on this side, one is on that side. That make them alternate. The interior part is they are within that parallel line. Can we see that? So both of them are inside the parallel line. One is on the left hand side, one is on the right hand side of the transversal sides here. That make it alternate interior. Give me another alternate interior. 3 and 4. Anything else? Alternate interior. Because it's interior, have to be inside, right? The other one would be exterior, right? So what do they equal to? 2 and 5. Okay, you know 3 and 4, maybe? 3 is what? 130 because it's vertical, right? So these two would be 130 for 3 and 4 equal to 130 degree, okay? And the other one would be what? That 50 degree that we calculate earlier. I mean, if this is a standalone question, you should, spell it out how you calculate 50, but we did it earlier, right? Alternate exterior. One with 7. Can we see that? They're outside of the parallel line, but they're on two different sides. One on the left, one on the right. Those seems to be a little bit harder. 1 and 7. How about 8? 8 would be the same with 6 because they are outside of the parallel line on two different sides, one on the left, one on the right. Are we okay? 1 and 7 should be how many degrees? 130. And then 8 and 6 should be 50 degrees just because we calculate those earlier, right? Are we okay? Questions? Okay, we still seem to have a lot of problem with the line segment, and ray. And I didn't even go to all of them, I just picked 3. If I have something like A, B, C, what would be a line? A line has to, do we have endpoint? No endpoint, so it's going to extend both sides, right? How do I write something extend both sides? And then the letter would be BC would work because it extends both sides. Okay, how about a line segment? You have to have 2 endpoints. BA can be, can I do BC? Yeah, I just need to have the correct notation, right? BC just from the 2 endpoints, or AC would be fine. How about ray? 1 endpoint with an arrow. So give me an example. Can I do AC? No, it has 2 endpoints. I can still do BC because I can count this as the endpoint. This is the arrow. Or I can do CB. CB, this is the endpoint and go that arrow. Can I do AC? Like that? No, there's no arrow on one side, right? Are we okay? No endpoint, 2 endpoint, 1 endpoint, and arrow. Question for those. Expect to have some questions like this on Monday for your quiz. Any question before we move on? We spent a lot of time reviewing. Please try to review that at home.